Welcome to Paul Everett's RV Country, celebrating 50 years of selling family fun. On today's show, we'll be talking about the evolutionary new Thor Motorhome ACE. Now here's your host.
Hi, I'm Kurt Curtis with Paul Everett's RV Country, and I'm the general managing partner here. I've been here for 23 years. We are celebrating our 50th year here at this dealership out on Highway 99. As part of our anniversary, we've asked Bill Fenech, the president of Thor Motor Coach, to join us today. And we're going to talk about a brand new evolutionary motorhome that he's been a part of. And so, Bill, welcome.
Thank you. Hi,
to
Kurt.
Fresno.
Hey, thank you.
How did you get into the RV industry?
Yeah, I started in 1989, so I've been at it just over 20 years now. Started out in California with a manufacturer. That didn't last very long. They ended up closing down that facility and transferring me back to Indiana, which was a blessing in disguise. It's the hub and it's the focal point of all RV manufacturing.
I was born in Indiana, but then I came to California.
California's a pretty good place. So yeah, Indiana's a great place and great place to manufacture RVs and especially motorhomes now. And most recently, I've been with Thor Industries since 2001 when they purchased a company that I was a part owner in.
And I know that Thor is a big manufacturer of diesel pusher motorhomes, gas motorhomes, and certainly huge in the trailer and fifth wheel division.
We're the largest manufacturer of recreational vehicles in the world.
We're here today to talk a little bit about the ACE motorhome. It was somewhat of a brainchild of yours, and tell us a little bit about why did you even want to come out with this type of product?
Yeah, the ACE was fun, and brainchild. I guess somebody has to say yes, we can do this. So ultimately, I had that responsibility. But the product, kind of what drove the product originally is we wanted to be in the entry-level price point. As the market suffered during the recession, and the downturn, people, as always, wanted more for their money, but even more so in this last couple of years than it's ever been. And so we wanted to come out with a real value-packed, innovative motorhome. So I kind of challenged the team, and we wanted to come out with something, but all of our departments, our engineering and the groups, were busy with other projects. So three key managers of mine took on the project on their own, and they were in manufacturing, two in manufacturing, and one in engineering. And it became, I call it our garage project, and then I was involved also, and they really were the brainchild behind it. I don't want to take credit.
Garage product, because you didn't actually do this in a facility, right?
Yeah, it wasn't how we would have conventionally designed or built the first motorhome. We literally took a bay in our R&D department and just dedicated it to this. That's the garage, I call it. And we dedicated this from the ground up. And we have a lot of experience. The people on the core team, one of them owns a motorhome. The rest of us have all been motorhoming and RVing throughout our life. So there was a lot of good input into what we wanted, and we just didn't want to build a decontented cheap motorhome. That tends to be kind of a trend when people want to get a price leader or something economically and affordably priced. They just take out stuff out of their normal product. What we did is we started with a blank sheet of paper and said, what do we want to do? And the team came up with some great ideas, and in their research, they said, are we kind of going after a Class C buyer, or are we going after a Class A buyer? And they said, why not both? And hence the crossover.
Couldn't decide which was more important, huh?
Yeah, or both were very important. We wanted to do something that was unique. So we didn't want to be, sometimes when you go after too many things, you're nothing to anybody. But I think what we came up with was something phenomenal. So that process evolved, and then it just became a ball, because we took ideas that we all know as RVers or hearing from customers, and we put it into the product. Everything we did, because we started from scratch, everything we did was intentional. So every dollar we spent and every dollar we saved was intentional.
All right. When we come back, we're going to talk about some of the features on the exterior of the ACE motorhome. Paul Everett's RV is now offering the jack antenna. No more cranking up of your TV antenna, and it gets a better signal. Or you can replace the head on your existing Winegard TV antenna and get better reception that way. We also have the new digital TV signal finder that will find the signal without you having to turn the TV antenna on the roof. This is something new we offer, rug keepers, to hold down your carpet that you put out underneath of your awning. They're made from recycled tires, and they can be painted. We have a paint station here at Paul Everett's RV Country, so So bring your grandkids in or bring your children in. They make a wonderful gift and they hold down your carpet. This is the industry's first tankless hot water heater. No more 6-gallon or 10-gallon tank. You have continuous supply of hot water, comes with a 2-year warranty, and fits in your existing hot water tank compartment.
We're talking about the evolutionary new Thor Motorhome ACE, exclusively at Paul Everett's RV Country in Fresno. Here are Kurt Curtis and Bill Fenech.
Bill, I know we talked about the ACE motorhome a little bit already, but what is A.C.E? What does ACE mean?
Yeah, it's neat. The name is A.C.E, and it stands for A, Class A, C, Class C, evolution, A.C.E. And it truly is an evolution of the two brands of motorhomes, the Class A and the Class C. And we think we've combined the best of both elements to give the customer really a great motorhome.
I know when Paul Everett's RV Country, we went back to Louisville, Kentucky, which is a national trade show, and we get to see every motorhome that is known to mankind there. And going around the show, I know we keyed in on your product. We loved it. And you know, there was a lot of features on it that we really thought were beneficial to our consumer. Tell us a little bit about some of the exterior features on this ACE motorhome.
Yeah, it's neat that you mentioned the Louisville RV show. It is our trade show. We, out of all the RVs, and every manufacturer is represented there, we won best in the show.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That was, yeah, it's an honor. And it's wonderful. And I think as you saw the benefits of the product and the voters of the Best in Show award, but I think most importantly is our customers are seeing the benefits of what the ACE is going to be. So regarding features, again, I think what's really important to mention is how all these features and these little things and big things came about is it's really a direct response to being a user. I took a motorhome out this summer with with 2 families. We had 10 of us in a motorhome, a Class A, and we drove from Indiana to Yellowstone, and then we ended up in Jackson Hole. Great trip, lots of fun, but boy, you sure learn stuff when you're using these. And so, our other team members on this core team that developed it are avid RVers, so they took the ideas, and instead of just talking about it, we put it into practice, and we put it into the coach. So very specifically on the outside, a few things we're doing as we look at the motorhome. One is the front cap design. It's a little more unique than a normal big Class A cap. When I was driving directly into the sun, that sun just scorches you in a motorhome. No matter whether you have visors or whatever, it's hard. So we didn't want to have that huge windshield, but we wanted to have a nice big one that had great visibility. So we kind of had a compromise, and we came up with a perfect size windshield.
And it is nice. It's a nice low profile look to it, and it's real comfortable to sit in the front seat.
Exactly. When people get in behind the seat of this motorhome, one thing they do like about a Class A compared to a Class C is you're up a little higher, you get to see more. So you get that with this, but without being this huge, big panoramic window shield that lets all kinds of heat and sun in. So in addition to that, then there's also a little bump out at the top. Besides giving a unique look, that's where the overhead bunk is stored in the coach. So there's a drop-down bed in the overhead in a Class A, which is pretty unique and allows for extra sleeping. And that's one of the benefits of a Class C is the multiple sleepers. Now you can sleep a lot of people and take a lot of people, and so we have this in a Class A now. We tried to make it very pet friendly. You know, our research shows that many of our customers are pet owners. We put some key features in there that are pet friendly, yet it can work for other things, or a customer that doesn't have pets, they're not losing any benefits. We have a little spot in the outside of the coach where you can hook up a dog leash, but if you don't have dogs, you have bicycles, you can lock your bikes up to this hook. So it's very easy, very usable. Lots of outside storage.
I think that's probably the thing that I noticed the most. You know, for the size of the coach and the amount of storage, it is phenomenal. I can't help but talk about the back storage that you've got there. Tell us a little bit about that, because I know I could crawl in there and sleep in there if I wanted to.
Oh yeah, it's huge. It's a huge storage compartment from the both sides of the coach. So you access it from both sides of the coach. So it's 8 feet wide, quite tall and quite wide, so you can put just about anything you want, lawn chairs, ladders, whatever you want. So coolers, you have plenty of room for storage. But there's a couple things we did that allowed us to get this storage, and a couple other things I think that's unique in our business. many motorhomes you'll see as a customer walks around, you'll see appliances on the outside, and typically you'll see water heaters and furnaces. Sometimes they're on what I call the camp side. That's your door side. This is where you're going to spend most of your time. Under your nice awning, you're going to be on the campsite. So we took all those, we took the water heater and furnace, put it on the off-camp side. Also on the other side of the coach, we call it Camper's Corner. All the hookups are in one convenient spot. So instead of trying to fish around and find all the spots for your hookups, we put them all in one spot and we call it Camper's Corner. So your electrical hookup, your water hookup, which also freed up space for storage on this side.
And this I know is a very affordable motorhome, and I know some of the other things that it comes with. You've got side mounted cameras on it, and you've got an automatic power awning that comes standard with it. And I can't help but think that this is going to be a huge success for Paul Everett's RV Country and for our consumers, because they're going to be able to buy a motorhome now for starting at $69,000. You know, you can't really buy a used one for that. And so we're really looking forward to our time with your product and getting it off ground floor and having this introductory pricing that we do have. Well, thanks for telling me a little bit about the exterior features, and we'll be back in just a minute.
Isn't it time to hit the road in that evolutionary new Thor Motorhome ACE? Exclusively at Paul Everett's RV Country, celebrating 50 years of selling family fun.
Bill, I know we talked about the exterior of the motorhome, and we've talked about the affordability of this motorhome, and we'd like to talk maybe a little bit about the interior.
Yeah, that's one of the great things about the coach. A lot of unique features and things that we've done, again, as users. It starts when you walk in the door. We have a real wide entrance door to make getting in and out of the coach easier with your supplies. But right to the left of the entrance door as you walk in, there's a broom closet and coat rack. Again, it's these little things. Where do you put a broom? Well, some people put it on their bed. They put it out there in the open. They don't want that. So there's a place to hang a broom inside the coach. In addition to that, there's a little coat rack. You'll hang up your coats, which, you know, kids and parents will do it all day long and just hang their coats up. Also, to the right of the entrance is a unique feature called a mudroom. So you slide a little door right inside the entrance step, and you can put all your wet stuff. You know, you may have wet boots, wet shoes, you know, umbrella, dog stuff, whatever it may be. You can put any of your stuff in there that you just really don't want to track inside the coach, and it's a little mudroom, and it's a unique feature. There's storage under the entrance step as you walk in, just, you know, for tools you may need to get at very quickly. So that's it as you walk in the door, and so it's very, you know, just a very good use of space and very functional. From there, the interior has some other unique features. As you walk in, looking at where the TV location is, it's midship. Some companies will put their TV up front. Hard to view from a lot of areas. Can't watch it when you're going down the road. So from our viewing location, every seat is basically able to watch the TV, including the driver and passenger seat when you swivel those around.
I like that spot. You know, even the kids, when if they climb up in the overhead,
Exactly.
They can be watching the TV up there. The front two seats, the dinette, the sofa. You've got visibility on that for that TV everywhere.
I'm glad you recognize that. That's exactly why we designed it that way. So in addition to that, you mentioned the drop-down bunk where the kids could sleep. That's a drop-down bunk. That's awesome. That drops down and sleeps two very comfortably, but it's tucked up out of their way when you're not using it. So you have the benefit of having it, but without taking up valuable space when you're not using it.
And it's power too, right?
It's power. It's electric.
Yeah.
Push a button, it comes down automatically and goes up automatically.
Okay.
In addition to that, ours is designed so that those seats are swivelable in the down position. So that bed can be in the down position, and you still can swivel the pilot and passenger seat around and use it as part of the living area of the coach. So again, very well thought out.
Yeah. What about the big rear view mirror?
Yeah, that was a direct response from using a coach, and again, I'm surprised nobody else has done it yet. But when you're the driver going down the road, you really are slightly isolated. Now, a Class A is better because you're up on the same level versus a Class C where you're really isolated. But even so, you're still up there driving, and you know, if you want to talk to the kids or see what's going on back there, which happens a lot, you know, you're going to turn your head, which isn't very safe. We put a very large mirror, called a conversation mirror. It's almost like a bus driver's mirror, and you can see the whole coach from there. And it's so just a quick glance, and you can see it. So it's really it's just very nice to have. In addition to that, you know, we have a place for your maps and your books as you're driving. I was frustrated when I was driving a motorhome and I didn't have any place to put my Yellowstone books. You know, they were just dropping around. So we have a place for that. A great computer tray for the passenger. Flips out, very stable, awesome to use. Geez, great kitchen setup. Lots of space in a very tight area. You know, it's a lot easier to design floor plans around 40, 42 feet. So when we're under 30 feet, you have to really use your space very smartly. So we have lots of counter space, which our customers tell us they need, and using one, I understand that. But there's also a pull-out pantry that adds some counter space. So there's just a very good use of space. And as we mentioned on the outside, by putting some of our appliances below the floor line, it freed up interior storage for us. So where other people might have some furnaces or some appliances or hoses, we don't have that, so you open up, you have freed up drawer space. So for a smaller coach, it has tons of space, tons of space.
There sure is a lot of great features on the interior of this ACE motorhome. When we come back, we'll talk about a few more things that are on the inside of this motorhome.
Welcome back to today's Paul Everett's RV Country Show. Here's your host.
Hi, this is Kurt Curtis again at Paul Everett's RV Country, celebrating our 50th year in business. And we've been talking about the ACE motorhome here with Bill. And Paul Everett's RV Country has the exclusive on this motorhome here in the Valley. We were chosen as the dealer, and we chose them to partner with. We've been talking about the interior of the motorhome. So Bill, tell us a little bit more about the inside of this motorhome.
Yeah, what's really great is for being under 30 feet, there's a lot of coach here for your money and just for your livability. Now, a lot of people aren't comfortable driving the 40-footers, so drivability is huge on many of our customers' minds. So that's one of the benefits of this being the A and C, the crossover between a Class A and a Class C. It does drive like a Class C, you know.
Yeah, and this isn't 40 feet, right?
No, that's why it's under 30 feet. So, but for under 30 feet, we sure pack a lot into it.
You sure do.
And with drivability, which I think is very important. Some people just aren't comfortable driving the big ones. So again, more interior features besides an abundance of storage on the interior, as we mentioned already, and as we talked about on the outside. We walk through a very spacious bathroom, has all you need, and we have a very unique shower curtain that you see kind of in hotels nowadays where they're bowed out, so you get more shoulder room. So in a smaller shower, you get nice shoulder room, plenty of headroom in there, and then a real nice bedroom with a walk-around queen bed, so it's easy to make, and mom and dad can have their own side and get out without crawling over somebody, so it's not stuffed into a corner. So for under 30 feet, tons and tons of space, and then for sleeping, obviously 2 in the queen bed in the rear, 2 in the overhead bunk. You could say 1 for the dinette and 1 because that makes into a bed, and 1 for the sofa. But if you're like my family, once we're parked, we're going to have all kinds of people sleeping in there, so we load it up.
Comfortably sleep 6 people in this motorhome.
Very comfortably,
yeah.
Very comfortably.
Yeah.
And then another unique thing we do is under the dinette. Many companies, in fact, every company that I've seen under the dinette would be carpet. Well, carpet isn't great when you spill something. You spill that grape juice, or you spill, Red Pop.
Right.
We put linoleum fully under the dinette booth, so really there's no carpet up there. So really the whole coach can be swept out and cleaned very easily, but it's still warm and inviting, and it's comfortable. So again, another little thing we did that's unique for the industry.
I know that we are the first dealer to get these on the West Coast, and they can both be seen now at Paul Everett's RV Country. And we are running an introductory special on your product where they can come in and actually buy one of these starting at $69,000, which anybody that's been out there looking for an RV would know that you can't buy a new motorhome for that, not even a Class C. Mm-hmm. And this is a crossover between both the Class A and the Class C.
Even though it has a great price point, I assure you there's nothing you're giving up on this coach. It was designed from the ground up with some smart moves and some smart ways to spend the money, where to save, where to spend. And bottom line is we took a lower margin to do the pricing that we offered it to you that you could pass on to the customers. So all of the appliances are the major name brands that anybody in the industry is using. And the construction is solid. And with Thor Industries, we're going to back it, and we're here for the customers. So it is a great price, but there's not anything you're giving up in this coach as far as quality, value, or features.
Right. And I know we take in a lot of used products and sell them here, of course, at Paul Everett's RV Country. But you'd be hard-pressed to even buy a used motorhome for what you can buy this new one for. So,
and then you have your financing, which is attractive on a new coach.
Right. Yep. And you can write the interest off as a second home. And so there's lots of advantages here. This motorhome, we were excited in Louisville. We're still excited about it. We're ready to debut it. We're ready for people to come in and see what you've done with the product, and to come in here and experience the Paul Everett's RV Country family treatment that we provide, and we're looking forward to that. So we'll come back in a minute and we'll talk about some other things that Thor offers on the motorhome, and we'll be back after this message. Paul Everett's RV is now offering the jack antenna. No more cranking up of your TV antenna, and it gets a better signal. Or You can replace the head on your existing Winegard TV antenna and get better reception that way. We also have the new digital TV signal finder that will find the signal without you having to turn the TV antenna on the roof. This is something new we offer, rug keepers to hold down your carpet that you put out underneath of your awning. They're made from recycled tires and they can be painted. We have a paint station here at Paul Everett's RV Country, so bring your grandkids in or bring your children in. They make a wonderful gift and they hold down your carpet. This is the industry's first tankless hot water heater. No more 6-gallon or 10-gallon tank. You have continuous supply of hot water, comes with a 2-year warranty, and fits in your existing hot water tank compartment.
Now back to Kurt and Bill at Paul Everett's RV Country.
Hi, this is Kurt Curtis back with you from Paul Everett's RV Country, where we're celebrating our 50th year in business. And we've been talking about the ACE motorhome, which is an evolutionary motorhome that you've got to come out and see. And Paul Everett's RV Country exclusively is offering this motorhome here in the Valley. We're here with Bill Fenech from Thor Motor Coach. Bill, why don't you hit the highlights? I know we talked about the interior and the exterior, but gosh, can you give us a rundown quickly of what this motorhome has?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, the ACE, Class A, Class C evolution, A.C.E. And it truly is. It's the best of both worlds. We think it's a very drivable coach in under 30 feet, affordably priced, but with features galore and very smart design. We've put a lot of effort into understanding the customer needs as users and both as manufacturers, and trying to understand what they want to use their coach to do, and we think we've nailed it. The features: huge storage, mudroom, broom closet, conversation mirror, safety window under the passenger window, a hood that opens up fully versus a very small hood when you've got to fill up your fluids, down to the interior with storage galore on the interior also, drivability, but without having the huge windshield, and electric drop-down bed, so great for sleeping and great for the kids. Very pet friendly. We even have a little storage compartment that has pull-out dog bowls for water and food. And if you don't have animals, pull it out and you can use it for storage. So place to tie up your dog on the outside of the coach. It's got a spot that you can hook up your leash to, or hook up tie your bikes off to. The slide out is also great. Just at a push of the button, the side of the coach pushes out, and it just increases the floor space and the livability space dramatically. And it's got a large dinette booth that has actually a wraparound cushion, so it you can kind of lean up against the back wall of the side room and make yourself comfortable. So the side room adds such a huge amount of space to the coach. It's really amazing. We really looked at it as users, and how does a customer use this thing? And I'm going to tell you, if you get your customers in and they see it, they're going to know that we did our homework and we listened to them. And one of the main designers was a female. So people always say, why don't we have women designing these coaches? Well, they did. So she was very intimate, and it was frankly a lot of her brainchild went into this coach.
I know you've got the pull-out pantry in the kitchen.
Yeah.
It's got linoleum throughout. You got the big mirror up in the front so you can see everybody in the coach, and the list goes on and on. And I know that Thor offers some things that when somebody buys a Thor product, I know we have things that we provide, but what do you provide as a manufacturer?
First off, being a member of the Thor family, you have financial stability. We are financially stable. We were here through the tough times and with no scars, and we're going to be here for the future. And that's very important to your customer, whether it's serviceability, resale value, or just peace of mind. We're going to be here. So it starts with that. Sure. From there, what we do as Thor Motor Coach is, besides, it starts with how we design and build the coach. First off, we assemble with all the name brand appliances. So all the things that you're going to find on $200,000 and $300,000 and $400,000 coaches are the same brands of appliances and materials that you're going to find in this coach. So the quality is there, but we also do something called Gold Star Delivery. What we do is we go through a full pre-delivery inspection, a full systems test before it meets the dealership. It has to go through many quality checks, all before it's delivered to you, the dealer. And so we're trying to say, hey, we're putting a great coach on the line for you to sell to your customers, and it's been thoroughly checked out.
And don't you make a call to people too?
Absolutely. We call it Concierge Connection. What happens is when you send in the warranty registration card for the customer, our Concierge Connection will call this customer within days of receiving that card. And it's really just an introduction saying, hey, we're here for you. We're your personal concierge. So if you have a problem or you have any questions, it's always best to go through the selling dealership, and I know a great deal dealership like you, typically you're going to handle everything. But sometimes they just have a question. They have somebody they can call. So they have a contact. Bottom line is they have a friend at the company.
And parts-wise, you've got rapid parts?
Yeah, absolutely. So it starts out with 24-hour tech support. In addition to that, if a customer is ever stranded for whatever reason, we'll authorize overnighting parts. So not only will we expedite the parts, but we'll overnight them if it's something that's keeping them from camping. So we're trying to make the customer experience excellent.
Hard to believe you can get a slide-out motorhome in under 30 feet and at the affordable price of $69,000. It's you guys have thought of everything.
We're so happy and proud to partner with Paul Everett's RV Country. I've known you in the dealership for a lot of years now, and you guys are top drawer, and we're just happy to be with you guys.
We're happy to partner with you and look forward to even longer-term relationship than we've already had.
Great, thank you.
Again, we've been talking about the ACE motorhome here that you can exclusively see at Paul Everett's RV Country. You got to come out and see it, and it's an introductory price that you just won't find any other time. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you have a great afternoon.
For more information on the evolutionary new Thor Motorhome ACE, log on to rvcountry.com.